Now, I have cut holes in bodywork before and I've not yet made a big mistake. I'm anxious to keep that record intact. Always measure twice and cut just the once. The observant among you probably realise that the windows have rounded edges, so I found something with the same radius, a roll of masking tape, and I'll just use that as a template on each side of the Defender. Might as well keep it simple. Now, for these corners, which I'm going to cut first, I'm actually going to be using a jigsaw. Before I can use the jigsaw, I need to make sure I can get the blade in, so I'm just going to drill a hole at the beginning of each of those cuts. And bear in mind, of course, because of this kind of lumpy edge here, what I need to do is go that way with the cut rather than trying to go around and hit that. So it just means I can just make a nice little easy start. It doesn't have to be too close to the line. It's jigsaw time. No going back after this. We're off. After I've done the corners, I change to a 1mm cutting disc to create nice straight lines. Okay, well now I have a hole. The next thing I need to do is just clean these edges because they're nice and sharp. So I just got this very clever little tool. This tool deburrs the edges. That's removing lots of sharp and nasty swarf which the cutting blades left behind. Right, well with everything deburred, it's probably quite a good time just to see if I've actually cut the right size hole or offer up the new window. Look at that. Perfect fit. So I'm happy I got the window in place, and now what I'm doing, I'm using a slightly oversized drill bit to the rivets I actually need. I'm just using that, these holes are already here just to give me a centre, so just get a little bit of a mark. And just saves marking them all out. Next thing to do is to secure the window with rivets, which means drilling holes, lots of them. I've got the holes in the right place in the bodywork, so the next step is to put the window in for good. Now before I can do that, what I want to just run a bead of silicone all the way around the outside so it seals nicely and stops any rain getting inside the car. The window sits on its bead of silicone. Once I'm happy the window is aligned correctly, I insert a few rivets to hold it in position. 3 jaws inside the head of the pop rivet tool are closed around the rivet's shaft and drawn back as the handles are squeezed together. The steel shaft is attached to the tip of the rivet and so crushes the rest of the softer aluminium outer part towards the rivet's flange, thereby clamping the window to the bodywork. The steel shaft is stretched until it breaks at a pre-weakened point inside the head of the rivet, which leaves a strong but neat mechanical fixing. Well, now the window's riveted in, it is looking nearly factory, and to that end, if you notice here, the catch is at the top of the window, just like the more modern vehicles, so we're getting on that way to this 20 years younger look. And just to finish it off, what I need to do is add this little bit of rubber strip, which is going to cover up all these little shiny pop rivets. Now that is looking pretty good, but of course, I need to do the other side now.